Hi, I'm Lucas Ciavatta. I am the Passo creator. But what is Passo? Passo is a musical method. Uh, Passo is not a dance. Passo is not a simple walk. Passo is a conducting model with the feet, in fact, displacing the X. And I created this 25 years ago, and a lot of people are learning faster, learning better, and it's amazing how it touches people. But it's in fact, if you think about learning music, how you learn or how you didn't learn, or your difficulties, you can think about, for example, the difference between beat and upbeat. What is the difference? In fact, if I play this, it's impossible to know if this is a beat or this is an upbeat. How do we all do this difference? Like this. And then you know that this is a beat, and you know that this is an upbeat. And it may sound, well, obvious, but in fact, when it comes to things more complex, or for example, a rhythm like this, how do you hear this rhythm? You hear like this, or you hear like this. Or you can see no difference. Because everybody that plays this rhythm in the culture, in Brazil, for example, this is Alujá, they all move like this. And it makes a difference for swing. That's why some people hear some rhythms, and even if they are good musicians, for example, a jazz drummer that has difficulties playing samba, how can we explain this? And in fact, it's related to the movement, to the way we hear, the way we understand, and the way we move. This is all linked. So when you're teaching rhythm, you must pay attention to this. How people move when they are listening to the rhythm that you're playing. Or how do you move when you hear something that you must, some music that you must relate with, or playing, or dancing, or any kind of relation. So this is very important, and it's not done. It's something that you must learn because it's culture. So how can we, for example, me, I'm from Brazil. So how can I learn a rhythm, a jazz, for example? How can I learn jazz? Sure, I must pay attention to the music, chords, okay. But movement, this is very important. If I don't move like them, I probably cannot feel the swing. Because when we say that someone has to feel, you gotta feel the music, what are we talking about? So o passo works, in fact it's an alphabetization method, learn to read and write. That's why we use o passo today in Rio School of Samba and in French conservatories. Really, we are very present in France and in Brazil. Also in United States, but less. And that's why we use the o passo in both spaces. Because in fact, people are trying to understand rhythm, to understand swing. Even if we think about swing like something that is related to the quality of the music, so I can say that Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach, must swing, and I can say that Pixinguinha, a Brazilian composer, must swing in the sense of gaining quality, phrasing, expression. All of this is related. And it's interesting because when we try to teach or to explain, we are always saying that, no, but you must feel like this, or for example, like that. No, here, it's always movement. We are always showing. But the question, this is why O Passo is needed, in a certain sense, is that you must study this movement. Normally we can say, yeah, but how do people learn? How people are learning? By imitation. Okay, I go there, I see the movement, and I try to do it. The problem is that when I cannot do it, what do I do? So Passo is teaching people how to understand the movement and do it. And it may be basic, like the upbeat. Learn to move, bend the knee in the upbeat. There's some people that cannot do it. So Passo is a way to approach this. But it's not just this. We are using three kinds of, when I say that O Passo is an alphabetization method, we are using three kinds of notation. We are using the graphic notation, if you want, not always, but normally we use, because it improved it improved the way you understand what is going on, okay? But graphic notation, but the most important is body notation and oral notation. So when you're saying that it's important to read and write, even if you're in a space that is based on oral culture, because even in oral culture they read in this sense. Everybody uses body notation. To understand, to read, to write, where is the pulse, for example? And they will do it to show you. They will do, no, it's not this, it's this. And when they say this, they are showing you a musical difference. So you must see and understand, and that is a body notation. It's how O Passo will teach you to clarify this body notation. So oral notation, for example, is another thing that even in popular culture, in oral cultures, they use, like pak pa pak pa pak pak pa pak kuruku pak pa pak pa pak pak. When they're doing this, they are doing pak pa pak pa pak pak pa pak kuruku pak pa pak pa pak pak pa pak kuruku pak pa pak. To say paku pa paku, its sound is, but all the learning of tabla in India, for example, they use this kind of approach to articulate this three kinds of notation: body notation, oral notation, and graphic notation. This gives you a whole comprehension of the music. That's where O Passo goes.